So I just got done watching the final episode of season 1 of Dandadan, and it revolved around going to Gigi's house, which I sort of teased in the previous episode, that's haunted, and it has the creepiest yokai so far. I think it's a yokai, or I assume, I don't think it's an alien, but it's like long limbs and it's weird looking eyes, and the way Gigi reacts to it, it's like a completely different vibe to anything else we've seen before. I like it when they lean into like the creepy side of it, even though this show is very silly at most of the time. When it gets a bit more serious and creepy and tense, I do quite enjoy it. But the design of that thing is horrifying. It reminds me of like an internet creepypasta or something on steroids. Before I get too ahead of myself, there was a part in this episode with Taro and Hannah, you know, the two anatomical models from the last episode. And I love their relationship, bro. There's something so sweet about it. Like, they just love each other to the point where he literally runs and he got hit by a van, got completely destroyed, put himself back together, and still ended up meeting her at night. I just thought, I don't know, it's quite nice, isn't it? Enough to make a grown man cry, really. Very strange, but nice. The other aspect of this episode that I liked was the interactions between Gigi and Okurin, because so far Okurin's basically just been jealous of Gigi, his relationship with Momo, but them actually like talking and like becoming friends. And when Gigi got first introduced in the last episode, I thought he was going to be like annoying, but I actually really like him. He's really funny, and like he's so eccentric, and he just brings a lot of like energy into the show. Do you know what I mean? So him and Okurin are like complete opposites. Like, Gigi's obviously extremely extroverted and flamboyant and insane, and Okurin's insane, but he's a lot more reserved and introverted. So seeing them two interact is quite funny, and this whole love triangle they got on is interesting too. I don't know how Ira's going to fit into all of this. We'll have to see. But yeah, this I'm excited to see how this friendship develops. However, when they actually got to Gigi's village, it is really creepy. Like, the people there have like big creepy heads and smiles and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on in that town, but it's definitely cursed. Something's not right. I don't think it's just that house. I think that whole village is something's going on there. So, and there's a really uncomfortable scene at the end with Momo in the hot springs, and then like 5 men come in, like creepy looking men, like similar to the ones in town. And one of them pins her down to the floor, like under the hot springs, and that's basically how this episode ends. And it's a bit like, fucking hell. Like, this series isn't afraid to tackle some like heavy themes. You know what I mean? So seeing someone like that is shocking. Like, especially between all the madness and silliness of this show, when you see something like that, it's genuinely jarring. But season 1 has been an absolutely wild ride. I've really loved it. I've loved all the silliness, all the serious moments, the really sad moments. The developing relationship between Momo and Okurin's a particular highlight. But season 1 of Dandadan gets a big thumbs up from me, and I'm very excited to see what happens in season 2. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let's do it.